Kamusta kayo mga amigo at amiga, and this is the Señorito Jake De Leon, and you are listening to the 123 podcast.
Walking arenas, I'm shutting it down and I'm raising the bar.
Welcome to the show where we talk anything and everything wrestling. Welcome to the 123 podcast. How are you guys doing today? It feels so good to be back. How are y'all doing? I mean, me personally, it's been a really stressful past few months. Not only because of the pandemic and the anxiety that comes with it, but also school. Schooling and the pandemic does not go well together. Does not go well together. But I mean, that's the life of a student. I mean, we gotta go on, even though there's like a worldwide pandemic, we still gotta go on with our education. So I guess that's a good thing. It's been physically and mentally tiring for me because we've had tons of schoolwork. Schoolwork's all over the place, and it has been really stressful. But you know, I've finished all of them, managed to finish them all, and it feels really good to actually record a brand new episode for y'all because, like I said, I haven't done this in the past few months because of the pandemic and schooling. So yeah, it feels really good. So today we're going to talk about something that's really special to me. Today we're going to talk about something, it's like a story of how I actually coped with the pandemic and the stress that not only comes with it. So yeah, I'll talk about that later on. I'll also explain why I actually haven't uploaded new content in the last 2 months. I've already given some information about that earlier in the episode. But later on, when we reach that topic, we're gonna have a more in-depth explanation as to why I actually haven't uploaded new content. But before we start, I just want to give a quick shout out to my guy, the Señorito Jake De Leon. So if you guys don't know who JDL is, he is a professional wrestler from the Philippines. Yes, a professional wrestler here in the country. Because the last proper Philippine promotion that we had was way back in the late 80s or 90s. I am not too sure. But that was the last Philippine promotion that we had. So him, along with other wrestlers, were the pioneers who revived the entire Philippine wrestling scene back in 2014. That on its own makes him the real deal. So yeah, speaking of real deal, he has had some high profile matches with the likes of former NWA or ECCW heavyweight champion beautiful Billy Swade and the current X Division champion TJP. Yes, the man behind Manic and Suicide, the first cruiserweight champion of the modern era in WWE, TJP. Now, let me tell you, I've seen these two matches. I've seen his matches against Billy Swade and TJP. And let me tell y'all, the match between Billy Swade and JDL, man, I felt like that was, like Philippine strong style. Like, it has a distinct flavor to it. Like, there's like, I cannot explain it, but there's something really distinct in how they wrestled. And I was like, that's actually, and I was like, watching that match, I was like, yo, that actually is really different because, like I said, it's like Philippine strong style. And let me tell you, it was an amazing match too. It was a really amazing match. So make sure you guys go check that out. And the match with TJP. The match with TJP. Oh my goodness, this is like one of the best. Like, for me, this is one of the best wrestling matches I have ever seen in my 10-year journey as a wrestling fan. Like, in general. Like, man, this was a really, really huge match. not only for JDL, not only for TJP, who has already established himself, might I add. Like, he is the first, like I said, he's the first Cruiserweight champion of the modern era in WWE. The guy behind Mannequin Suicide, like I said. Not only for the both of them, but for the entire scene in general. Like, for the entire Philippine wrestling scene in general. So there you guys go. Thank you so much, JDL, for that awesome, amazing, wonderful, every positive adjective that you can think of. Thanks for that intro, man. I truly, truly appreciate it. And hopefully we meet each other personally after the pandemic. Maybe we can hang out. So there you guys go. I'll leave JDL's socials in the description. Make sure you guys go check him out. And yeah, thank you so much, man. I truly, truly appreciate it. And let's go on with the show. So, first off, let us talk about the reason why I actually haven't uploaded new content in the past few months. Now, like I've said, I've already given information about this one earlier in the episode. But here's a more in-depth explanation to it. Now, the last episode of the show was the 1-2-3 Awards. And let me tell you, it was a pretty cool thing to do. It was like a huge success. But after that episode, the reason for the delays, I have recorded that, like 2 days after Sting debuted in AEW. And the delays that happened, like that was set to release back on 12th of December last year. But due to my video editor, because I use a video editor to edit an audio format, to edit audio, due to my video editor actually not cooperating with me, I had to push it back. I was like, holy shit, this is not gonna reach December 12th. Like I played the entire episode back and I was like, there were lots of glitches and everything, so I was like, this is not gonna reach December 12th. So I was like, yeah, I gotta tweet this out, the delay of the episode, gotta tweet that out so that, y'all are actually aware. And then tried fixing it more after December 12th, because on December 12th we had a family gathering, and the 13th I tried fixing the entire episode again. But the editor just really wouldn't cooperate with me, so I was like, am I actually gonna delay this one even more? So, because so I was like, yeah, I already tweeted out that, the episode will be out by the 20th. But I don't think it's gonna reach the 20th because it's really glitching out. And, I didn't really know how to fix that. So I was like, am I actually gonna delay the episode again? So I was like, I don't want that to happen. I'll fix the entire episode. I'll use a different editor. And if that works, that's what I'm going to use from here on out. Because I was using KindMaster. And like I said, it was glitching out already. So I was like, I switched to a different editor, which was Power Director. And let me tell y'all, it was amazing. It was like an entirely different experience. But guess what? The video, or the episode rather, the episode came through without any glitches. So I was like, thank God. So I was like, thank God the episode is it's going on. Like the episode is going on the 20th. Like it would be released on the 20th. So I was like, man, I'm really excited. And then I went on, released the episode. I haven't actually felt like the joy of actually releasing a brand new episode in a while, because at that time, the last episode that I released was the birthday episode. November, I wasn't also able to release a new episode because of the same reasons, schoolworks and everything. Um, so I was like, yeah, it feels really good to record that episode and actually release it. Although yes, there were some glitches here and there. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool one to do, despite the glitches. So I was like, am I gonna post new content next month? Actually, next year? So I was like, am I actually gonna upload new content next year? January? I was like, am I actually gonna be able to upload a new one? But, still with the schoolworks and everything, it didn't work. I wasn't able to upload a new episode. I was planning to do a Royal Rumble predictions episode. But then, like I said, the schoolworks and everything, man. Like I said, it has really taken a toll on me. So I was like, I'm not gonna be able to record a new episode this January. Like, because of the things I said, basically, schoolworks. February, I was already planning to record a new episode, but then, same thing goes. Same thing happens. Schoolworks. And the anxiety that comes with the pandemic. So, I was like, I tried to record a new episode last month. It was like February. But, I was like, man, this is not the perfect time. I tried to record, but it's not the perfect time because back then I was really, really stressed out. I was like, I don't know, but, at that time I was like, what do we call it? I don't want to say burnout because I am not burnt out at that time. I wasn't burnt out, but I was like really tired. And I was like, I'm not gonna record a new episode for this month. School has really taken a toll on me. Pandemic as well. The stress, the fear, oh my god, thank god, my laptop actually just slept. And that gave me a slight nervous breakdown. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, back to the story. I wasn't able to upload new content because, like I said, I was really tired and I was like, no, it's not the perfect time to record because of the things that's going on, the stress and the fear that, the pandemic caused, and schoolworks. Man, I was like, no, this is not the perfect time to record a new episode. So, took a break and, did my schoolworks because, did my schoolworks so that, I won't do much. Basically, I won't do much in the coming months because completion of grades is like one of the most stressful things, especially for a student, especially if you still have some undone tasks. If you still have tasks that if you still have tasks that you haven't done yet. So I was like, I gotta do my homework first so that I can proceed to record the episode. So I was like, finish them all, and now we're here, which is amazing. So that is the main reason why I actually haven't uploaded a new episode. Schoolwork and the stress and everything. But yeah, there you guys go. That's the story of why I actually haven't uploaded new content in the last 2 months. Let us move on. Let us talk about wrestling as a form of escape. This is the main topic of the episode. So I'm really excited to talk about this because back in March, actually, wait a minute, y'all. I have noticed something. This is the anniversary episode. Oh my goodness, it's been a year. It's been a year since I've started the show. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually didn't acknowledge that in the intro. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, happy anniversary. happy anniversary to the show. Man, it's been a really fun ride. Yeah, this one actually just started as like a vision. So I was like, I've seen an episode of one of it's like a wrestling podcast here in the country as well called the Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to them. Um, I've seen one of their episodes and I was like, oh, you can actually make content without actually showing your face. Because that was like the main reason why I actually don't want to make content, because I don't want to show my face because I'm insecure of my own look. So I was like, wow, you can actually do that? Wow. So I was like, maybe I should try that. And I tried it and I was like, I've done some experiments to it. I've done some experiment episodes, which are already deleted, of course. And I stuck with Blood Money Revolution. That was the first episode. I've stuck with that, and I was like, let's make that the new episode, the first episode, and hopefully it goes well. And it did. As of right now, it's like the most viewed or most played episode of the show. And yeah, that went well. So yeah, that was loud me. Let me tell you, that was loud me because, like right now, I've lowered my voice because, puberty and everything. We don't want those voice cracks to happen while we record. Although yes, it has already happened here and there, but we don't want that to happen on a basis, on a regular basis. So I was like, I gotta lower my voice down. I don't want those voice cracks. So yeah. And look where we are now. I am really, really excited. I am really, really excited for what the future holds for the show. And thank y'all so much for 1 year. There may be some delays and everything, but thank you for sticking. Thank you for sticking with me. So yeah, thank you so much. Man, that was a pretty weird shift because, like I said, we were about to talk about wrestling as a form of escape, but then I realized it was like the anniversary of the show, so I was like, holy shit. Like, we gotta talk about that first. So, yeah, thank y'all so much for sticking with me through the 1 year. Hopefully, y'all stick with me on the next year and the years on. And I'm really, really excited. So, thank y'all so much. And back to the episode. I can't believe I actually didn't acknowledge that on the intro. So, we're gonna talk about wrestling as a form of escape. Man, this has been what I've been doing in the past few months, starting March last year, March 16th, which was the start of the lockdown here in the country, till now. This is what I've been doing. So, the first week of lockdown, we were chilling because me and my brother were chilling. We were in the other room, because we have finally moved out of our parents' room. So I was like, we're chilling. Like, let's just have some fun right here. I decided, how do I actually cope with, like, the lockdown? Because, like, right now, everyone and everything is out of control. Like, everyone has been fearing of the virus back then, that March. Everyone was fearing the virus. I mean, up until right now, but not as much fear. Unlike March last year. But yeah, so I was like, how am I actually gonna cope with the lockdown? So, first week, I did some catching up with my brother. We talked about some few stuff, which was amazing. Like, it was great to talk with my brother again. Like, just brother to brother. So I was like, I spent the first few weeks just catching up with him. Because, schoolworks, everything. Because we wanted to chill. Because back then, we had lots of schoolworks back then also. Because, like, lots, basically. Like, lots. So I was like, when we heard that the school year is about to be canceled, so I was like, yes, schoolwork season is finally over. So I was like, holy shit, let's chill. So I was like, let's chill, let's catch up, let's do whatever the hell we want, and yeah, let's just spend the first week of lockdown just catching up, because I know the next week schoolwork will resume. But little did I know, the school year would be cancelled. And look where we are now. We're still in our houses. And basically, we're still not allowed to go outside unless we do some safety precautions. So yeah, I was like, first week was catching up. So after that first week, Holy Week came, and then we were like, what am I going to do? Like, what the hell am I going to do? Like, we've already finished catching up in the first week of lockdown. So I was like, what the hell am I going to do next? Because I don't want to talk to my brother about the same topic over and over again. So I was like, I don't know what to do. But then I also realized that, WWE hasn't canceled their shows. So I was like pretty disappointed at the time. I was pretty disappointed that, WWE didn't cancel their shows because of the pandemic and everything. But then I was like, I'm disappointed, but it's wrestling. Man, I'm gonna watch it. So that's what I did. I did watch some wrestling, watched newer stuff. I rewatched some older stuff, which was amazing. Let me tell y'all. I watched some old WWE pay-per-views and some old matches as well, which let me tell y'all are definitely not that old, but in today's standards, like 2008, 2009, 2010, those are some pretty old matches. So I was like, watch some new wrestling. I'll also watch some old wrestling. So I was like, this should be fun. So that's what I did. I watched WrestleMania 36 because why the hell not? It's WrestleMania. So I was like, yeah, they should have canceled it, but since it's going on, I think I might watch it. So I did watch it. It was a really cool event. Though there was no crowd, but yeah, basically that's what I did. I watched WrestleMania 36. Really cool. I rewatched some old WWE shows actually and matches. So I was like, wow, we're taking a trip down memory lane right now. I watched some old matches from my childhood, like CM Punk versus John Cena at SummerSlam for the WWE title, the Undisputed WWE title. Summer of Punk after that didn't go well, but yeah, it was great just to watch that match again because the hype behind that match, man, it was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I also watched Randy Orton versus Christian from that same SummerSlam. Also an amazing match. What an underrated feud. That feud should be talked about more. So yeah, rewatched some old WWE matches and I still watched some new WWE matches. So there you guys go. So that was like the second week. That's what I did. And then third week I was like, I'll still watch some old WWE matches while watching some new matches. But this could be the perfect time to actually try out older games. So I was like, I tried SVR 2011. I've been playing SVR 2011 since forever. Since I was a kid. Like I said, that was the first WWE game that I've ever played as a kid. So I was like, maybe try out SVR 2011 again. Maybe try that out again. And let me tell y'all, the nostalgia hit me hard. But yeah, I am really, really stoked. I was really stoked. So I was like, SVR 2011 still holds up. Maybe I should try the older games. Like, way before 2011. Maybe add a little bit of No Mercy. I've tried that before. I want to try that again. I tried it, and it was still amazing. It still holds up. Definitely one of the greatest wrestling games ever created. But, I've tried all SVR titles for the PSP. Starting from 2006 to 2010. Man, I love, seeing the difference in each year. Man, it was amazing. They went from, a more arcadey style gameplay to a more, realistic gameplay. So I was like, wow, what a difference. So I was like, what a difference a year can make. 2006 was really, really good. It was, really, really good. Gameplay and everything is just amazing. 2007, definitely, for me, the greatest SmackDown vs. Raw game ever. The best. So I was like, I did season mode, which was amazing. I did my character. I created my character, and then I tried season mode. So I was like, wow, this one is actually really cool. They should actually bring this back. Although yes, there are some season mode elements. In the more modern WWE games like 2K19, 2K20, with the career mode and all sorts of stuff. But I was like, wow. I was like, that was actually really cool. So I re-downloaded SVR 2006, and then I tried season mode. And I realized, oh my god, this is the Who Ran Over Teddy Long storyline. So I was like, holy, I'm finally trying this story mode because I have heard lots of positive things about this story mode, this season mode, and I'm finally trying it out. So I did that, and let me tell you, it was one of the greatest. Now I got the hype. Now, I was like, after playing the entire season mode, after the entire storyline of Who Ran Over Teddy Long, so I was like, now I get the hype. Now I know why this one is actually one of the greatest storylines in a wrestling game ever. Now I know. So I did 2006 and 2007. I did 2008. Big difference. It was gameplay, of course. I was like, man, gameplay is worse. The gameplay is worse. But I mean, that didn't stop me from actually enjoying the game. I didn't want to play the games. I don't want to play Exhibition because of the gameplay. It kind of sucked. So I did GM mode. So I was like, I mean, this one has GM mode. Let's try GM mode. I tried GM mode, and I really, really enjoyed it. Although I lost the ratings war, because here's the funny thing. I was doing so well. Ratings for SmackDown, because SmackDown is the brand that I was using in that GM mode. SmackDown was doing great under my gameplay, of course. It's before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view in SVR 2008. Before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, I had a 4.5-star show. And surprisingly enough, my ratings went down. From being the highest in terms of ratings, I was like, Raw and ECW were some flat lines, and I was like, SmackDown was on top. It was on top of the mountain. And then just before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, ratings went downhill, literally downhill. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, what happened? I had a 4.5-star show, but why did the ratings went down? It's like, holy fuck. I was like, oh my god, I was doing so great. And that's like the fun thing about GM mode. It's about the ratings. So it's like competitiveness. So I was like, yeah, maybe I could bounce back. Maybe SmackDown can move upward again, be on top of the mountain in the ratings game. So I continued playing, and guess what? I didn't move up. And surprisingly enough, ECW was the most viewed show. So I was like, fuck it, man. I was like, fuck it. I'm done with this GM mode. I am done with it. It has been fun, but I'm done with you. Get out of my face. So I was like, yeah, get out of my face. So I did SVR 2009, did Road to WrestleMania, which was amazing. But you know, I just realized that after completing Road to WrestleMania, there's basically no purpose. There's basically no purpose of playing the game. Because there's no more GM mode. We never got it back. So I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like after Road to WrestleMania, after completing all 5 or 6, I don't know, it was like 5, 6, or 7. Like around 5 to 7 storylines after completing all those. What's the purpose of the game? What am I supposed to do right now? What am I supposed to do? Am I gonna play tons of exhibition matches? They removed lots of match types. They also removed tons of match types, which lessened the fun. So I was like, am I supposed to do exhibition matches now? Now that I've completed Road to WrestleMania? So I was like, no. So I moved on to SVR 2010, which for me, sorry SVR 2007 fans, but for me, this is an unpopular opinion by the way, SVR 2010 has the greatest soundtrack ever in the wrestling game. Not only because of Skillet. I am not biased towards Skillet. Although, yes, I love Skillet. But, let me tell y'all. SVR 2010 has the greatest soundtrack ever. Like, you had Invincible by Adelita's Ways. You had You're Going Down by Sick Puppies. Of course, Monster and Hero by Skillet. Oh my goodness. And then along with wrestling theme songs like John Morrison's, Jeff Hardy's, Christian's, Maria's, which was, not gonna lie, Maria's theme song was a bop. So I was like, wow. So I was like, this has the greatest soundtrack ever. But you know, I was like, this has it. The greatest soundtrack ever goes to SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I love 2007 soundtrack, but 2010, nah, it wouldn't come close. So I was like, played Road to WrestleMania, and I did Story Designer. Oh my goodness, I missed that game mode. So I was like, holy shit. Like, you have virtually no reason to stop playing the game. Because after you've completed Road to WrestleMania, you now have Story Designer. You can let your imagination loose. You can create your own storyline. If you want to go ahead and make your ship a reality. For some reason, if you guys ship Matt Hardy and Maria, you can make their love story on Story Designer. If you want that certain WWE superstar to win a world title, you could do that in Story Designer. So I was like, holy shit, you have tons of content in this game. So I was like, this is my favorite SVR game along with 2011. So after that, I went back to 2011. I was like, wow, the difference. Not only the soundtrack, because SVR 2011 did have a proper soundtrack. It was like Cody Rhodes, Luke Gallows theme all over again on the menu screen. But yeah, let me tell y'all, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, definitely one of the greatest games ever. One of the greatest wrestling games ever. So I was like, that's what I did on the second week. Third week, I mixed both of them, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I've been trying to watch old wrestling content while also still playing old wrestling games. So I was like, wow. So yeah, the things that I've been doing right now, like watching old matches, playing old games while still watching the current product, it has helped me a lot during the pandemic. It has been truly tremendous because that's how I kept my sane. That's how I kept my sanity intact because like I said, like times are uncertain. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can keep my sanity intact with me if I play old wrestling games and rewatch some old wrestling matches. And it gladly did. So I was like, wow. So yeah, it's helped me a lot. Though we all know that other leagues closed up like the NBA, NHL, NFL, they all closed down because of the pandemic. But wrestling continued. Although yes, I still stand by the fact that they should have canceled wrestling shows. But I mean, it's helped me during the pandemic. Let me tell you all that. This one also helped me. This one also helped me de-stress from all the things that I was dealing with, like the mental stress from all the schooling and the fear and the anxiety from the pandemic. Like this one has helped me de-stress. So like I said, I've been physically and mentally tired because of schoolworks and everything. And let me tell y'all, wrestling has helped me tremendously with distressing. And man, I am really, really grateful for wrestling. So that has been like my form of escape ever since the pandemic. Aside from watching Supernatural, which by the way, I stand by the fact that Supernatural is the greatest TV show of all time. No cap. Aside from Supernatural, wrestling has helped me to escape from reality. It helps me to get all the stress out of my mind. So, yeah. It's been a really, really fun journey. I am still watching the current product. I am still rewatching old matches. I haven't been playing old games as much as I did before because, like I said, schooling and everything. I was like, yeah, I mean, I just might watch old wrestling matches and watch the current product. I'm gonna reduce myself, and I'm gonna, stop for a while in playing the games, in playing old games, because I was like, I gotta focus on my schoolwork because there was this one time where I was really obsessed with wrestling. Like this was back when I was a kid. I didn't tell this back in the birthday episode. There was this one time as a kid, I was really obsessed with wrestling, and my parents noticed that my grades started to decline. So I was like, I was a consistent honor student back in the day, and then as I started to become really obsessed with professional wrestling, back in that time, of course, the WWE, my grades started to decline. So I was like, my grades are going down, and then my parents noticed it, and they were like, what's the problem? Like, do you have any problems right now? So I was like, nah. So I was like, well, then why is your grades down? So I was like, I don't know, maybe. I was like, I don't know. So I was like, after that talk, I told myself, I think I need to stop watching professional wrestling for a while. like to focus on my grades, because I don't like. That's what I've been doing right now. That's why I actually took a break. It's also one of the many reasons why I actually took a break from recording a new episode. It was like I don't want to neglect my schooling, because I don't actually take podcasting for granted. I don't take it for granted, and it's like a hobby. It's like a side hobby for me. So I was like, I don't want to neglect my schooling. I'll take a break for a little while. If I'm done with all the schoolworks, if I'm done with all of it, then maybe I can record a new episode. So I was like, yeah, I don't want that case to happen again. I don't want that incident to happen again. That incident that happened when I was a kid. So, yeah, basically, that's that. Thank you all so much for listening. Hope y'all enjoyed. Happy anniversary to the show. Man, it's been a fun ride. So, yeah, basically, I am really, really grateful for all of y'all who followed and listened to the episodes. It's been amazing in 1 year. It's been an amazing 1 year. And I can't wait for y'all to see what the future holds for the 123 podcast. So thank y'all so much for listening. Thank y'all so much for the patience. So yeah, I thank y'all so much. So thank y'all for listening. Hope y'all enjoyed. This has been JM. This has been the 123 podcast. Oh, wait a minute. Before we actually end the show, maybe I might do WrestleMania predictions. Just maybe. I am not quite sure. If I am not good with schoolwork in the week before WrestleMania, then it's all good. We can make a brand new episode next month. So, thank y'all so much for listening. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to stay tuned. Thank y'all so much for 1 year. This has been JM. This has been the 123 podcast.